Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just heard a whole bunch of loud thunder off in the distance, and here comes the rain. All right, it's about 5:30. I already got my food down. I thought it would be a little bit lighter, but it is storming. It's been thundering and lightning off and on since about 3 o'clock this morning, and I've pretty much been awake since then. But I got my food. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. I don't normally drink caffeine anymore, but I'm tired, so I'm gonna have a cup of coffee while it's raining. I did put everything in porch mode, so I can sit in here high and dry for a little bit, but that's the plan. Once I eat, I'll just get my hammock packed. Everything else is all packed up, and I'm gonna head out. It's about 20 miles to do today in the rain, so it should be fun. All right, I'm back up and rolling, back on trail. It's about 6:45. Want to get a little bit earlier, but that's not too bad. I want to be on trail by 6, but I'll take it. Still pretty early. I got about 20 miles to go today. So far, the rain is now stopped, and I think we're not going to get at least thunderstorms until probably early afternoon, like 1 or 2, I think it was last I checked. So, but now I got to climb up and down and up and down. That's for the rest of the trail today. Yesterday were longer ups and longer downs. This one is a lot more ups and downs, but they're shorter. So I don't know if that's going to make it faster. I did read that roughly the last 23 miles are easier than the first, so if you're going counterclockwise. So we'll see. I don't really remember from last time that I did this trail, but I do think it's a little bit easier over on this side. Man, it is humid. The humidity is like 90%. It's only like 65, 66 degrees, somewhere around there. But man, is it humid. So if you have wet gear, nothing's gonna dry today unless you get direct sunlight. I forgot to mention yesterday, late in the day, when I was walking through that big open area, it was kind of muddy. And my trekking pole went in the mud, of course, like, you know, when you're walking. And I pulled it out, and my trekking pole was in pieces. So the glue, I don't know if you can see it right there where the tape is, the trekking pole just came unglued. Again, for the 4th time. Different spot though. And I even super glued this on every one of the spots. And this is my second pair. First pair had the same problem. And I do not get CNOC trekking poles. They are garbage. Ah, stinging nettle, my old friend. How I missed you. Man, mile after mile of stinging nettle. But it's kind of off the trail, so it's not bothering me. Plus it's wet, and I think that reduces a little bit. But I am totally wringing wet. It stopped raining before I left camp, and I wasn't wet at all when I left. It is that humidity and sweating. I mean, it's only right now 67 degrees, but humidity has to be well above 90%. I mean, it is just, I'm just soaking wet. All right, I just came across one of the side trails, Cutoff Trail, and that's another point. This trail has a bunch of side trails that you can, you know, make shorter trips or whatever. But there's a campsite here, and I'm soaking wet. I mean, literally wringing wet from climbing up, you know, a couple miles of up. Black Forest Trail goes that way. I'm gonna sit here, I think. It's about 10 o'clock. I'm gonna eat the dinner that I had planned for last night that I just didn't eat. So I'm gonna eat that now, heat it up, get something warm in me. Because it's like scrambled eggs or something, it's my next mile meal. So I'm gonna eat that, rest up a little bit, and then move on. Finally at the very top. At least I think I am. And I can tell you, it's not quite as humid, and it is nice and breezy up here. Nice and breezy. That breeze feels excellent. But I'm gonna be going back down, and then back up, and then back down. So that's pretty much the rest of the day. Excellent vista and a very nice campsite. Now it's a dry campsite, but you know, you have this view. Yeah, I can tell you this second half of the trail, I'm probably at like 29, 28, something around there, whatever. But I'm gonna have to go down this, and I don't know if you can tell how steep it is, but it's rocky, it's very steep, and the second half, the hills aren't as long, but they're steeper going up and steeper going down, which makes me go slower. Even though there was longer and higher hills yesterday, they weren't quite as steep, so I can go a little faster, so we'll get there. I made it to Naval Run. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna drink some water, I'm gonna fill up some water, I'm gonna rest because I have a 3-mile climb up, and if it's anything like I came down, it's gonna be very slow go, so I am going to take a break. Took a nice little break there, maybe 15 minutes. I needed it after those hills. And I did eat again because I figured I was gonna eat lunch later, but I mean, it's already clouding up again, like dark. And the thunderstorms are supposed to start early afternoon, and it's, you know, almost 12 now. So I figured I ate and got that out of the way. So now I just need to motor on my way, and I got about 12 miles left. This is the second sign I passed about a vista. They're kind of off the trail, not very far, but I'm not going back to them only because I need to make up some miles. I want to try to get as close as I can to the car before the thunderstorms start today. I think out of all the trails in Pennsylvania, the Black Forest Trail is definitely more scenic as far as views. The terrain changes a lot, different environments, so you have that as well. But as you're walking, you're always seeing the gorge in different angles, different sides of the gorge. And even from the West Rim Trail. The West Rim Trail, you know, it's really, you see the views at the end of the trail the last 3 miles, and that's it. This trail, you're constantly seeing views. It's just, you know, you are definitely rewarded by doing these steep, long climbs and descents. You're definitely rewarded. I think I'm at like mile 38-ish or something like that, maybe 37. It's like about 5 or 6 miles left, but probably can't see through the trees, but it looks like the sky's turning blue and it's sunny out, which is nice. Hopefully I can dry off. I'm roughly at about 39.5 miles, almost 40. And I just completed my last uphill of this trip. So now it is about 3 miles downhill. So I'm hoping it's a slight grade and not what I just came up, because that took me a while and it was tough. So just hoping it's a nice, but it's probably not going to be. Man, today the weather, when I checked before this trip, which was basically yesterday morning, right now we were supposed to have severe thunderstorms with potential for hail and high winds and everything, but look at it. It is beautiful. Maybe later, maybe the clouds are building up behind me, but it is beautiful. And then walking through all these flowers, beautiful. Heading down the mountain, I just heard thunder off in the distance from over there. And the sun's in behind clouds again. And looks like there's the storms coming right over. So I got to race to my car. Well, I didn't beat the rain. It's starting to rain. I'm a little bit out from the car, not sure how far, but I know it's not far because I'm down off the mountain. Got to get up here to the sign and turn up here and go to the car, but maybe I'll get lucky and not get soaking wet. Well, I didn't make it. Just started downpouring, so must be back at the car within the hour. All right, made it back to the car. Got soaking wet, probably from the sweat though. I don't think this rain jacket really protects you anyway, but 23 miles yesterday, 22 miles today, or 20 miles today, sorry. Today was definitely more difficult. This trail kicked my butt. This is one of the most, this is the most difficult trail in Pennsylvania for sure. So if you're doing this and you don't hike regularly, plan to do this in 3 to 4 days. But right now, I'm gonna go find a nice greasy burger somewhere and get out of this rain. So with that, I'm gonna leave it. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.